Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yeah,
but they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic FICA podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
Naki.
Hey.
Ooh, look at you with your handheld microphone tonight.
I know. Whatever.
Naki is got the handheld microphone, and unbelievable for Menna will probably laugh at this if she sees the show. I was actually asking for the pink headphones this time around. There's a story behind that. We don't need to get into that, but it is season 9, episode 25 of the FICA podcast. And it is the 14th day of August, which means that the third Saturday in August is days away. And so it is time for the Amu crew to come on the back half. They're going to come on. Cree and one of her team are going to come on, and we're going to chop it up. We got some rapid fire questions. We're going to change it up this year a little bit. And that will be the second half. First half is going to be a whole bunch of community announcements as per usual. It is summertime and all of the events are in mad swing. So let's shoot the Nesian night. Last one is tomorrow night. There's just all kinds of things going on.
I know.
It's our show tonight. Naki, what's good?
I'm actually looking forward to Nesian night because it's their last one for the summer. And they're keeping, what is their slogan? Keeping your money brown. Keeping your money brown. I like that slogan. So a lot of Pacifica merch, Pacifica food, chefs, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that. Like Carl said, we have All My USOs on the show next. Executive Director Christine Mawia, Jessica Ponce, and Tina Sadaraka Faitala. I was just over there this week because I had to go get our Amu t-shirts. You had to pick them up this week, and oh my God, I was getting threatening emails from her intern, which I kind of get it. You're new, so you want to make sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's, but today is the last day you could get your Amu t-shirt. Pick up today between. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get there.
Bold, all caps, font, letting you know it's that time. I mean, it had me shook enough that I texted Cree. I was like,
Me too. I was like, I can't get there today. I gotta come tomorrow. But I had an in because I had some we donate backpacks every year, and so I had the backpacks, and so I thought that was my excuse. I was like, I got backpacks. Is that okay?
I trade you that for my shirt.
Yeah, I'll trade you that for my shirt. So it was good. The whole gang was there. Mama Sil, Cree, and Jessica, Tina, Michelle, Sonia, all the whole crew was there. So it was good to catch up. Iz was there. I got to catch up with Iz. I hadn't seen her in a minute. And then I had lunch. They always have food. So they're like, oh, did you want to eat? Yeah, say less. Do I ever say no? And then my chauffeur, Mo, drove me because he had the boxes. So he carried the boxes. He didn't carry the boxes. He had a dolly that he transferred the boxes.
You mean the backpacks?
Yeah, the backpacks. There was 4 boxes of backpacks. So we got there, and it was just it's always fun to see how far they've come because many moons ago they were at SCDC meeting every Friday, and we were there every Friday in the room over at Cafe Wellness, hanging out. And at Cafe Wellness, Neo is cooking and we're talking, and then when we walk by their room, they're usually eating or putting the food out, and so I have no shame. So I go see what they're eating, and they are generous enough to give me a plate of food. And then sometimes when I don't stop by because we're running late or something, Cree will text me and say, "Girl, the food is ready." So yes,
I
and so
remember
to
Neo was like, "Did you get me some food?" And you're like, "No, you got to go over there yourself and get the food." Nobody wanted to go in there. Naki would brave it and go walk in there. And did she, like she said, no shame. The rest of us were like, "No, I'm good. I'll wait for Neil's food."
that was my munching before the cafe wellness food. But it's amazing to see how far they've come, to, taking up space at SCDC. Of course, SCDC is so generous to open their doors to everyone and anyone. It truly is a community space. And then for them to be in this office building with their own office, and offices for their team, and then all the amazing work they're doing. It's just they truly have been a blessing, for the community. So they're celebrating 10 years. We're gonna have them on. I can't wait to chit chat and fight gala with them. But I don't know what is going on around. I like yesterday. I was so sick. I was coughing. I had the chills. And then when I woke up yesterday morning, I couldn't get out of bed and I had to literally call in sick from my bed. Really, it's just sending my boss a message. Uh, and I was NyQuil'd out all day. NyQuil every 4 to 6 hours. And that's all I needed. I woke up this morning feeling a little better, a lot better after I ate. So,
Did you
food
just
did
get better
it.
as you went through the day?
I got better as I went through the day. I was really just groggy in the morning. I had meetings that I had to facilitate, so uh, thugged it out. And then after I got breakfast or lunch, I felt so much better. My body needed food. My body needed food. So,
Who's a bigger baby when they're sick? You or Mo?
um, I want to say we're tied for first place.
Neither one's real bad. I would assume
N-
then if you're kind of tied for none.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I'm sick more often than he is just because my immune system is all shot to hell. So,
I hear you on
um,
that.
yeah. So when I get sick, I'm down for the count. And when Mo's sick, he's like 3 days and then he's back. He's back. So, maybe it's me because I'm sick more often than my whole family. So
Mm,
it could be me. I require attention when I'm sick. But
shocker.
nobody comes in the room, like, only my dog, Sunga, who's all over me when I'm sick. She knows when I'm really, really sick, then she's, like, right here on my face and won't go away. So I'm
That's
like,
how you know
"Whatever."
you're sick. If you're not sure, just wait for Sunga to tell you whether you're really sick or not.
Yeah, yeah. And so this week, I think it was Tuesday, was the legend, the GOAT, George Fiji Lakoso's funeral in Fiji, Suva, Fiji, I believe. And it was aired live on YouTube. We got to see. Um, it was really beautiful to see how, I mean, he did touch the whole Pacific Island
Right.
with his music. Like he really did unite everyone. And I did see some clips of an artist, a Hawaiian artist who they used to use the term Jamaican or
Jawaiian. Jawaiian.
Hawaiian. And then they were like okay with it, but island reggae really took off when Fiji started showed up to the scene, if that's how you say it. So and just everyone that he inspired, his music. I mean, he's such a legend. He was a legend when he was on this earth. He's still a legend. You know what I mean? His music cannot be touched. But his funeral services were so beautiful. Some people from the Bay Area went down there. Like I seen Cam was there, Tennell, who's from down south, um, uh,
Finn
David
Gruva.
Tua, Finn Gruva performed. Tennell performed. Who else? Just tons and tons of people that
Tofinga was
really
there. So there's a lot of the Pacific was there from different cultures.
right.
It was really nice. It was touching to see each culture pay
Uh-huh.
homage in their own way,
Right.
um, and to see the musical world show up. And it was, I think we all knew he was big, right? But
Yeah.
it was, I had that myself. I had the feeling of like, is he? I mean, I know he's really big, but I think that with his passing, everybody saw more of the global impact that he had with his music, and it's been a interesting um, days. The days since his passing, all the way to the funeral,
Yeah.
has been interesting just to see. There's a lot of stories out there of him and artists that he's influenced, songs that we didn't
Yes.
know that he was a part of.
Yes.
Just to see all that kind of come to come to vision has been an interesting ride. Really cool.
Yeah. It was very beautiful. And then it was just I don't know, it was just really touching. Like I seen his children got up to speak and family members, and they showed his mom a lot. So it was sad. But it was just I think you said it best is that it's a great time for us to be alive, to actually be in this era, to have experienced his music, have gone to concerts where he performed. So because it's hard to explain generations from now will still be playing his music, but it's hard to explain to actually experience his music. So I it was a beautiful, beautiful service.
Very cultural.
Very cultural. And, oh, and then, Mena, who she everybody posted pictures of Fiji. If you don't know, Mena is my daughter who's a photographer and a videographer. She posts tons of pictures, has taken tons of pictures of Fiji at concerts and stuff like that. And so when he passed, I posted some photos, or actually a photo of him on our page, and it ended up being used as one of the posters that they had at the ceremony, at the funeral ceremony. So I thought that was kind of neat and beautiful. And then one of the murals or the big posters that they used was another Bay Area photographer that they had asked to use for during their funeral. So it was very nice, nice surprise. But I loved it. I loved it. It was beautiful. And I think that was the highlight, was being able to experience his funeral and people um, going live at, the services and during and after, behind the
That
scenes stuff.
that's the cool thing about social media and the internet and the speed that information can travel, right? Because 20 years ago, there's a period in time not that long ago where we would have maybe seen those things way later, right?
Yeah,
But you wouldn't have seen them in real time. It was kind of
right.
it was very interesting to see, and people are beginning to share those on their stories and their reels of like
Mhm.
it's happening right now. Like that's how
Right,
I found out it was happening, because I began to see my news feed light up, and I was like, "Ooh, tune in! Like go for now, go figure it out. How do I get to go see those things?"
yes.
Because of social media. So
Right,
some
right,
one of those things a lot of people like to chip on social media that it's this, it's that. There's a good example of how it's really amazing. You get to experience things you wouldn't normally.
right, right. So it was nice to see, and I'm thankful for the family to share, to let everyone join in and experience the services. So that was awesome. And
Fun stuff.
where have you been traveling this week?
This week, really, I didn't go far. I was in Pleasant Hill, which if you were to ask me, I would have said I was in Concord, but apparently you cross over a stoplight and you're in Pleasant Hill.
Mm,
I was there for a meeting today and then ran out of the meeting and interestingly enough, ended up in our studio, which we're moving out of.
right.
Um, and so it's kind of interesting being in here and everything's torn apart and packed up and it doesn't look like our studio, but this I wasn't going to make it all the way home. So I was like, "Oh, I'll just run by our studio and go in there and do the show from here." But it's a odd kind of nostalgic feeling doing it here. You're
Uh-huh.
not here, right? Obviously Mena or Nainoa's not here and like there's nothing on the wall. There's only
Right.
one desk on the stage instead of the two. So it's a interesting time being in here seeing kind of the end of an era of us being in the physical studio, but now,
Right.
we're going to be doing it virtually. And, I don't know the last time we had a guest in the studio anyway. So it's going to work out.
It's gonna work out fine. Yeah, we just, crazy stuff is happening, in the world. So, um, we're we're moving out of the studio at the end of the month. We'll still continue to do the show, virtually and then do interviews either still virtually or in person and just play them for you.
Not
So,
the content's not going to change. We're still
we
going to
cut we're still gonna
highlight
be here.
positive
Right.
Pacific Islander role models. And just like we have on later today, same thing will continue to happen.
Yes, yes, we'll still have amazing, amazing Pacific Islander role models and entrepreneurs and faces that look like you doing amazing, crazy stuff. So there you go. All right. What are we doing next?
Oh, we should. I think we get into our community announcements because I
Yes.
see people already rolling in. So we need to be
Yes.
able to get to
Yes.
Amu quick earlier.
Earlier. Yeah. Okay. We can do that.
All right. Let's put this up.
I'm on a lag. So you gotta.
Okay. I'll throw that up and then we are going to start with um mm, 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 the Dominguez Samoan Congregational Christian Church FKSA presents Pune Alava USA Tour 2025. Don't miss your chance to catch them at a city near you. A whole bunch of cities on that tour.
Mm,
Limited tickets per venue, and proceeds will benefit the building fund for the Dominguez Samoan Church. Scan the QR code or for more information. That should be a good event. Many
it,
events, different cities.
yes. 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 Salmon Solutions invites you to the last Nisha Night Market of the season on August 15th, which is tomorrow, correct? From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Save the date and come on over to Le Malta in Burlingame. They have Pacifica merch, Pacifica food vendors. Entrance is free. Keep your money brown and follow Salmon Solutions for more information.
Last one, last one.
Last one of the summer.
Polyfest 2025 tickets are on sale now. The ultimate celebration of Polynesian culture is back and bigger than ever. This year, it's going to be in the Renton Memorial Stadium main parking lot on August 16th. So 2 days this Saturday, Pacific Northwest, that's you, Renton, Washington. You can expect amazing live performances, delicious island foods, cultural vendors, and family fun. Grab your tickets now at thepolyfest.com before they sell out.
All right. Central Valley Pacific Islander Alliance presents Young Adult Internships. They're looking for 5 motivated NHPI young adults 18 to 25 to join as paid interns. Gain hands on experience, build leadership and professional skills, and uplift your community, all with a flexible schedule. You can also apply to be a cultural coordinator intern. Follow them on IG for more information.
Man, that organization is doing great stuff in the valley, and it's
Great
needed.
stuff.
Needed,
Great,
very needed.
great stuff.
All My USOs 10th Annual Family Day Barbecue is this Saturday, the 16th. It's a special event dedicated to celebrating community and honoring the memory of their late founder, JT Mauia. Free health screenings, live performances, music, food, raffles, family games, resources, haircuts, and so much more. Bring your family and friends for a day of fun, connection, and let's make new memories together. As always, leave the drama at home and stick around because we're going to have them on talking about that in far greater detail than we just went over it.
That's right. Pacific Islander Community Association, PICOA, presents Matua Ole Moana, Elders Fair. Matua Ole Moana means Elders of the Oceania. Come celebrate Elders on August 21st with Pacifica food, dancing, games, and activities in Kent, Washington at the Trinity Community Church on Keith Road.
Pacific Northwest got stuff going on.
I know.
Rhythmic Catalyst presents Josh Totofi on September 4th at the Center for the Performing Arts in San Jose. Special guest Kenya and everyone's favorite tag team MCs, the Western Conference, will be there too. Get your tickets now at joshtotofimusic.com.
Starting September 4th, All My USOs will host monthly Talanoanga sessions on the first Thursday of each month. In Samoan, Talanoanga means conversation, and these sessions offer a space to break silences, openly discuss struggles, and begin healing. Rooted in Pacific Islander values, Amu recognizes that while strength is honored, it's also okay to not be okay. Healing looks different for everyone, and at All My Usos, every emotion is valid in this judgment-free zone. These sessions are free, open to all ages, and include dinner. No commitment required, just your presence. Space is limited, so register today through the link in our bio.
They got so many good things going on.
They
Hard
got
to keep up. Hard to
tons.
keep up. Which one's coming up, right? Which one's the soonest to happen? And that is the Amu barbecue.
Yes,
So
yes.
I don't know if we have everybody. I think we may be waiting for one more to come in. I'm not positive on that, but I can't wait to talk to them and ask them some questions. We've had them on every year since
Yes.
2016 or 17.
Mhm.
But this time we're changing it up a little bit and gonna have some. We always have fun, but we're gonna have fun with the questions this time around. I know that they were on a Essence of Mana, and if you missed that, you can go check that out on Essence of Mana's page. They're making the rounds because the big day is almost here.
The replay. Catch the replay of Essence of Mana and All My Usos. They were just on Tuesday. All right. So who do we have? Cree is having phone issues.
Hmm.
Let's bring Jessica on. I don't see Tina yet, but we can keep going. We can keep going.
You ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Hello, hello.
Hello, hi Auntie Naki, hi Uncle Carl. How are you
Hi,
today?
Jessica. How are you?
I'm good. It's the Thursday before the barbecue, so
I
our team has been
know.
busy, but we're doing good. We're excited.
We're
Is this
excited for you.
Thank
2
you.
days away? Is this the is it continue to ramp up, or are you right in the busiest part of it right now?
Um, no, honestly, I don't feel too bad about it. I
Nice,
feel ready to
nice.
go. We feel prepped. I think last year was my first barbecue, first time attending, and then first time being part of the prep process. But I think after last year, I kind of was like, I had my feet, I got my feet a little wet. I know what to expect. And so this year, I kind of myself and Tina, we kind of knew what had to be done at what time. So I think we're doing good. And so I think it's just getting our team all together, everyone on the same page. But no, we're excited for Saturday.
Oh,
Awesome.
I'm excited too. The 10th year. It's the big
Mhm.
one actually.
Yeah.
And so now this is your second round, so to
Mhm.
say, of joining. How is there anything different? Do you feel anything different? Are you more prepared? How are you about this year?
I think Internally for our team, I think we're a little bit more prepared. I think last year was the first year that we did registration. And that really was for the purpose of making sure that everyone had a chance to experience all the stuff that we have at the barbecue. But I think just kind of seeing how every year gets elevated. This year is no different, especially for the 10th annual. We have more stuff, just elevating the zones and activities that we provide. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to what we got planned. We have more performers, which is something that's different than previous years. We have more vendors, more resources being shared with the community. And so I think for the 10th year, we really wanted to encapsulate just the last 10 years of AMU. And so, yeah, I think that was the motivation behind our team and the planning process. And so we're so excited. There's a lot of great things, and I think we're just ready for Saturday to come.
It's so awesome. I'm so sorry. You know what? Jessica Ponce is a program coordinator for All My USOs. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just so
Yeah.
that people that have been living under a rock and don't know who you are, but they should know
Oh, no,
because
no, no,
you're
all
part of the
good.
team.
Yes, well, hello, everybody. My name is Jessica Ponce. I am a program manager with AMU, and I work alongside many wonderful people, including our CHWs and soon our, oh, there's great. But some of the programs that I manage, one being our Famalosi program, which is our mental health program providing physical activity and mental health education to the youth. And so that is one of the programs that I lead, and I support with the other programs with our CHWs and um, our associate mental health clinician, Tina Sataraka.
Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. Mrs. Moia, hi, thank you for joining us this evening. For people that have been living under a rock, Miss Executive Director, can you give us a brief description of who you are and what you do for All My USOs? And she's gone.
She don't like that
Um,
introduction. We'll have to try that again.
Listen, we'll try it again in a minute.
We can do another introduction.
We can do another
yes.
intro. Tina Sadaraka Faitala. Thank you for joining FICA this evening. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at All My USOs?
Yeah. Hi everyone, Talafalava. Good evening. I am a mental health therapist with All My USOs. So a lot of the work that I do is rooted in mental health, grief, loss, trauma, but ultimately learning how to plant seeds of healing in people's journeys. So that's a lot of the work that I do at All My USOs. Thank you for having me. Us.
Definitely.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, of
Plant seeds.
course.
I love that. That's a great way to put it.
Is on. Is says she's probably in the tunnel on her way home. Yeah. Yeah, Is, why don't you come on and take her place? I tried. I already tried. She would not come on. She was like, "Nope, no, thank you. No, thank you." All right. We're just going to ask you guys, you gals, just the questions that, not everyday questions. We've been doing this for actually 10 years with you guys, which we're so grateful to have you to share space with you guys. So this year marks the 10 year. And I know this is you both, probably both of your first or second year with the barbecue. What is the most funniest or unexpected thing that's happened last year or any other year that there's something that's happened last year that you were surprised, or did anything happen?
You better pick somebody to start because
Oh,
we're gonna.
Tina. We'll go with Tina.
Oh man, the funniest. I don't know. I'd have to let that question marinate a little bit more, but it was my first year.
Mhm.
What's it called? Being at the AMU barbecue, not as a community member, but as a worker. So I think or actually the funniest thing that happened would be, uh, Cree making a comment about me living in San Francisco my entire life and me just driving by Gilman Park while the AMU barbecue was happening, and I don't mess with those people. I was like, no, that has never happened because I actually went to school during those during those times. So it was my first time actually being able to absorb like what Family Day Barbecue was and how it started, and it was just an amazing experience to see unfold, from everything that JT and his brothers had started back in 2014 until now. So yeah, wasn't as funny, but yeah.
No, that I
It
can
it
see
is
Cree.
kinda
If you know
funny.
Cree, you can know
Mhm.
how she was saying that.
Yeah. No, it is kinda funny, 10 years, and that this was your first one, or last year was your first one, but we'll give you a pass. We'll give you a
Give me
pass.
some grace. Give me some grace. We're
Give
in.
you some grace. Give you some grace. Let's see, who's the most competitive when it comes to the games at the carnivals that you've seen? Is it the kids or is it the parents or
I'm gonna say it's the parents. I think when you see that many toys, I think last year, shout out to PIT for donating the toys last year and also for this year donating, I believe 17 boxes of toys for us. But once the toys came out, you started seeing a little bit of the parents jumping in on the games. And so I would say I think the parents got all that competitive spirit just coming
right,
out.
That's
right.
funny because that's usually the way that sports can be too. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
the parents in the stands that are more competitive, like the kids on the field, they're like, "Really? Mom, dad, are you is that you screaming your head off
Exactly.
at my game?" But we
And
know.
it huge shout out to PIT for the
Yeah.
huge donation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and shout out to the community, right? The community showing up
Absolutely.
and, joining hands and saying this is an event that we're all going to help make. We're going to help make great year after year. So, and that starts with you guys getting them involved, right?
Mhm.
That's
Absolutely.
somebody's got to organize it, right? Everybody says they'll help, and they do, but somebody's got to organize, get it all together. How about if Family Day Barbecue had an official theme song this year, right? If there was an official theme song that you could come up with, I mean, and Fiji with what's Fiji's passing,
Mhm.
maybe because it's this year, but is
Mhm.
there a song that you think would be maybe the theme song either for this year or all of them, right? Maybe it like "We Are Family" or something like that for just all of them. But is there a theme song that you think of that would apply for this year? We'll start with Jessica. Is there any song that comes to mind when we say theme song?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know, it's hard, we're planning all these things, but you don't think of, like, the little fun details. But honestly, I kind of left that to, the entertainment that's gonna be coming
Mm,
to our barbecue. You know, our DJs, we have a MC this year with a lot of, energy that he's bringing. Yeah, I can't really think of a song, but I am really interested to see what our performers bring out that day. Just sharing their own talents with the community, but also I'm hoping that our attendees have a fun time enjoying that new aspect of this year's barbecue.
great point. Great point. Is there a particular performer you're looking forward to? Probably all of them, but is there somebody in particular that you're looking forward to this year?
No one in particular. I think all of them all bring their own wonderful talents and spirits. And I'm always, I love watching the kids perform. And so I think we have a couple groups. Bread of Life, Good Shepherd is going to be there, Mixed Persuasion, and then POIA,
Mm.
and then the Mauia family doing the Talunga at the end. So I always love when I see the youth performing and just seeing the spirit that they have and love that they have for the cultural dances. I think that's something so beautiful, and I'm glad we get to showcase that at our barbecue.
Great answer, great answer. And I see Miss Mawia weighed in that we do have an official song, so when
They
she comes
do.
on, we'll let her tell
We'll have
us
to
what the
sing
official song is. But Tina, do you have any? If there, you could pick a theme song for this year, do you any thoughts in mind?
Like, oh, it's me trying to YouTube some songs like I'm like, what's the song? But if I stand correct, the song that Cree is talking about is a song that was dropped back in 2018, literally named All My USOs. So that song, but the song that keeps coming to my mind is Tell Me When to Go. And,
Mm,
we got to keep it Bay Area, And honestly, when I think of the song, when I think of E40 and like just the not so much of the words, but more so of the beat. Our folks most definitely goes hyphy on this day
Mm.
in a very loving and good way. And then there are other folks, who are probably keeping the drama at home, but they still come to our family day event. So like, someone they just go to the event and then they could deal with all the other stuff afterwards. But it's most definitely a day filled with unity, filled with love, filled with an opportunity to, rekindle some relationships with folks and go dumb in a good way, in a Pacific Islander loving way.
I like
I
it.
love
I
it.
like it.
I love it. I love it. Even Miss Moia says, "Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes." She's
Or
so
they not like us. No, I'm just kidding, because that's the song that's always in my head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good song too. That's a good song. If so you guys give away tons of backpacks every year. If you can design the ultimate All My Usos backpack, what secret feature would it have? And it could be
Mm.
make believe or something outrageous or
And this is a world where cost is not an issue because we're doing our own thing, right? That's the question.
Mm.
So don't let cost be a thing. If whatever you want to put in the backpack or what you feel like should be in there, it's your answer. So it doesn't matter what it is. Be a brick of gold if that's what you're thinking,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, I'll go about just Verdes because I'm thinking of a vending machine. So if we could design our own backpack, your personalized vending machine that pops out any of your favorite snacks, any of your favorite drinks. We're not trying to promote sugary drinks, but like if you want to put sugary drinks in your drinks, that's on you. But it would be nice to have like a secret vending machine that just pops up with whatever food the kids are wanting to eat.
I
Ooh,
Um,
like it.
I
yes.
like that. I
I
like
like the creativity with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking also in a functional way, but more towards like self-charging, has like all the battery for my computer, my phone, because I don't know, sometimes the work week or the work day, I'm like I get to noon, I'm already at like 20%. So it's like I'm always thinking of having a charger on me, but it's great when my backpack has it, and like maybe in a way where when we put the device inside the backpack it charges so that we don't have
Mm.
to find like a plug-in or try to find our backup battery. So, and especially, I'm just thinking for the barbecue, we're out there from like 11 a.m. or the event's from 11 to 5, but our team is usually out there really early. And so I'm just thinking about keeping our battery life up there.
Yeah, it's a bad
that's
day when you
awesome.
have more day left at the end of your battery rather
Yeah.
than the other way around, right?
Mhm.
Especially if you're talking about noon. That's panic time.
Mhm. Or
Absolutely.
even to charge our social battery,
Oh,
like not so
yeah.
much of our devices, but like here's a little boost of energy for you to
Mhm.
keep pushing.
I like how creative these answers are. I would come up with something boring like, but you guys are coming up with great stuff. That's why Cree has you doing what you're doing because you're so creative.
Oh, no.
So kind of along those lines, right? With an unlimited budget for next year for the 11th annual Family Day barbecue. If you had an unlimited budget, what's the wildest thing that you would add? Right. So there's again, you can write a blank check for
Anything.
this. So if you want people parachuting out of the sky or whatever you can think of, what's the wildest thing you'd have for the 11th annual barbecue? I'll start with Tina.
Mm.
I'd say bungee jumping. So I was most definitely thinking of skydiving, but like in the realms of like maybe like a really high tower and like just letting our community experience like what it feels like to bungee jump. Uh, into water, so they could like either dip into the water or like just go right above it. That would be cool.
She thought
That
this
would be
out.
cool. I
She's
know.
seen this before in her mind. She was like, "Oh, I got the answer. I already got
I
that. I
know.
know
I
exactly
know
what it
what I
is."
want them to do. That would be so awesome. I would do that.
Yeah.
Cree said she would have it at Disneyland.
Oh, see, a
Ooh.
limited budget. Shut down the
Yeah.
park,
Shut down the park.
The whole theme park over here.
Okay.
and you get the whole
Awesome.
Bay Area in Disneyland. Then play those songs.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That's a great answer.
All right,
Jessica.
Jessica, how about you?
I know
Blank
I'm
checkbook. Empty.
thinking because
You can
we
do
already
whatever
got
you want.
bungee jumping. We got like a field trip to Disneyland. I don't know.
We can come back if you want to.
Yeah, let me think. Let me marinate on that question.
All right, Aki's got another question, so we'll come
E-
back to you on empty
Every
empty
parent
checkbook.
gets a car. Every parent gets a
Ooh,
car.
an Oprah barbecue.
Mm.
Yes. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Every year, one of our wishes and hopes for the Amu barbecue is for everyone's safety and good health. But we also would like to see Soma do the worm. Where that's every year.
Mm.
Every year we ask for Soma to do the worm. And so hopefully it's the 10th year anniversary. Who knows? Who knows?
It's the biggest event yet, right?
Yes.
And we
There's
have a
never.
stage for him so everyone could see him do the
That's
worm.
right.
Someone,
Exactly.
if you're listening, you're doing the worm.
Oh, she's not even asking. She's telling.
We're
She's
telling.
so better do some stretching and stuff,
Uh-huh.
Soma, because you're gonna be doing the worm on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping. We're hoping. We're hoping.
We're
Not that he'll get any
manifesting,
pressure on that
manifesting.
day. Not that everybody going by is going to be like, "Are you doing a worm today?"
Yeah. I want everybody to go by and ask him, "Are you doing the worm today? Are you doing the worm today?" Okay, so for the whole day, what is worse, setting up or breaking down?
And I'll tell a story while you're thinking. One of the years, I don't know if it was the year before last year or the year before, but it was over, right? And Cree wants people to leave the park, and so Mo and we brought something, and we had a bunch of cardboard, and he was like, "Do they have a place that we can put the cardboard?" And I said, "I don't know." And I saw Cree walking over on the basketball court. So I walked over and I was kind of angling to meet her. And somebody else in the organization came over and was like, "Hey, how can I help?" And she looked at them. She's like, "I want everybody out of the park. That's how you can help." And I turned around and I walked back, and Mo goes, "Do they have a place for cardboard?" And we go, "We'll put the hard cardboard in the car and we'll leave."
I said, no, they don't
I
have
was
anywhere.
like, he goes, "You didn't ask?" Well, heck no. I saw my answer was turn around, go back and get the cardboard, put it in the car, and drive out of the park. That was the answer.
Because I heard it and it was within distance of hearing it.
Uh-huh. Oh, I
That
just
me
turned. I
too.
didn't even close the distance. I heard that from about 20 feet away, and I just turned around, walked back. I know the answer. The answer is just pack up, and but I can see, right? I can see that the organizers, it's over. It's time to go home. And you guys can't go home until we go home. So I can see where it's almost like a nightclub, where they're flashing the lights and they're like, "Get out, like time to go, everybody leave." But so what's worse? And it's just personally for you, may not be for anybody else, but what's worse? Setting up, getting there probably dark o'clock in the morning, getting everything set up and grass it probably wet. I don't know, or trying to get everybody out and packing up. Which is worse? We'll go with Jessica.
Yeah, I would say probably after the event is worse, mostly because we're the last ones to leave. We want to make sure the park is cleaner than we found it. And usually, I mean, it's the day after a long day. Most of our team gets there really early, especially when we're setting up. It's probably around like 5 a.m. And so I think at the end of the day, we've had our fun, but I think we're also kind of just tired. So I would say probably the cleaning up part is the part that feels the longest because we've already been out there for 10 plus hours.
Understandable. Yeah. Tina, how about you?
Yeah, similar to Jess, I think, and this is why I said, if we had a backpack, it would charge our social like just my social
Mhm.
energy, and so not just my social energy, but my physical energy. The cleaning up portion, I got to experience it for the first time last year, and I think again, just getting folks out and then making sure that we leave Gilman Park cleaner than when we first used it, if not even cleaner than that, because that's just the standard
Mhm.
that AMU just leads with. Just and again, Cree wants to make sure that every bit of trash is picking up. So just making sure the youth, hey youth, come on, help out, and I can see the youth's face like they look like they're like just not it's not it, so because all of our energy is poured in from the beginning until the very end, and it's like trying to
Mhm.
figure out like I need to dig up some more energy to like make sure that we leave Gilman Park um cleaner than what it was before, and make sure that we have all of our supplies and all of our equipments broken down and transported back to the office. So, yep, similar to Jess. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
last year, I think it was last year. Again, they kind of blend together. But at one point, I just kind of walk around the entire park, or like take the whole trip around the perimeter, and I saw Cree over. I started at the where the bathrooms are, um,
Mhm.
and I started there, not the bathrooms by the haircut, but the
Mhm.
ones over by the hill. And so I
Mhm.
started there, and I saw her, and she had a bag, and she was picking up garbage. And by the time I, talked to people and moved my way around the park, it's probably 45 minutes by the time I made it to the other side of the park by the baseball field, and
Mhm.
I'd gone all the way around. And who's out there picking up trash 45 minutes later is Cree. She's on that side of the park. I've now walked all the way around it, and she's just wandering around. And it's not like that's obviously not the only thing she's doing. She's doing 101 things, but
Yep.
it made me
Mhm.
think of just how important it is to, hey, just don't throw it on the ground, right? You don't got to go
Mhm.
pick up a bag and go walk around. Just don't make a mess yourself.
Mhm.
And it makes it easier for the people that are going to have to go around and pick everything up. But I see her in just about every corner of that event. She's wandering around making sure everybody's all right.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Soma's answer to doing the worm. He said him and Jube are gonna do the worm.
This
Him
is
and
Uh,
awesome.
Judy.
let your husband know.
He could probably hold Soma's legs and just. Oh
And
man,
just drag him across the
Dad, come
stage.
on, we're doing this.
If that's
That's
the case,
funny.
we'll have to advertise tell the MC that we're going to need to air the time, right? At
Mhm.
2:15 or
Hmm.
at 1:30 or whatever the time's going to be. That'll be the event of the event when that happens. I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when that happens.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You the man, Soma,
All
right
right.
here.
So we're someone's tuned in. I'm surprised he's not on.
Yeah, I think
Excuse me.
it is a credit to the AMU organization. And I remember, well, our first episode of FICA, I remember Soma talking about, and when you come, conduct yourselves accordingly, leave the drama at home.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Um, and this is the first one that was at that park. I remember the cops were there, but they weren't there as attendees or participants. They were kind of circling the park waiting for it to pop off. Like that
Mhm.
was, you could tell that was and that was a credit to Amu. Now they brought them in and they're part of the, you know what I mean? The city's part of the event. But originally there was some hesitancy of a whole bunch of Pacific Islanders all in the same park. Is it going to go crazy? And um, the community leaves the drama at home. The community doesn't come there and act out. And I think that a large piece of that is out of respect for what Amu does, what the barbecue represents, and what the barbecue means to the community. I think that plays a big role into whether the people are going to show up and act out and cause bad things. Part of that, what you said, made me think about that was the leave Gilman Park cleaner or better than it was when you got there. Right, hard to do if we've got craziness happening. So, shout out to the community for not bringing that kind of stuff to any of the Amu barbecues.
Mhm.
And I think it's a testament to every year. Everyone knows what to expect. Everyone knows this is put on by our own community, for our community. I think as every year has gone by, people realize this is not this. It really is for our family, for our kids to enjoy. So
Mhm.
I love that that happens, and I love that the police now show up to eat. They really do show up to eat. They they pop in for lunch or whatever, so it's really nice to see them there. Their presence is important as well, but I love that. All right, we have a what do we call it? What do we wanna call it? Rapid fire
Rapid fire.
rapid fire. All right. Yeah, I'll let you do it because I have a lag. I have a lag.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna ping pong back and forth. We're gonna start with Tina. Barbecue ribs or grilled chicken?
Ribs.
Ribs. All right. And then Jessica, sweet or savory?
Savory.
Savory. She said that with a
Mhm.
quickness. She's like, oh, that's an easy one. All
Yep.
right. Back to Tina. First carnival game you'd play if you were off duty at Family Day.
Toss the ring. The ring tossed into the
The
bottle.
ring toss?
Yep.
Mhm.
You might get that in anyway. It's when nobody's looking. All right. We'll get to Jessica. What was the most used emoji when planning the event? So in the text messages, head exploding. Like what was an emoji that you saw multiple times leading up to this?
Honestly, it was like the shaking my head emoji. There are some people that might have not been on the same page.
These might be some where people are going, I don't remember that emoji because it might have been about you. All right, back to Tina. One word to describe the All My Usos team.
Unity.
Unity. I like it.
Yes.
Wouldn't get to the finish line if y'all weren't unified.
Mhm.
All right. This is good, and it might not even be your dance move. What's the go-to dance move at the barbecue, Jessica?
um, I don't know, like something with the shoulders, or
Ooh,
I don't know, yeah, because it usually
okay.
starts at the top, or maybe there's like a foot tapping, and then once you make eye contact with someone that you know and feel comfortable, that's when like the hips start moving,
There you
energy
go.
gets a little bit higher. So
I
yeah,
like how she said
use
starts with the top.
aggression.
Soma,
Yeah.
you know what move we're talking about for you.
Mhm. Soma, no need to answer, Soma. We already got you.
All right. Let's see. Tina, backpacks, solid color or wild patterns?
Ooh, solid colors, because
Solid
Jansport
colors.
do wild colors.
Okay. All right. Um, Jessica, who's the loudest person on your team? Oh, she has a name in mind immediately.
Wait, Cree.
I was only
But she's
wondering
a good loud.
if you were
Definitely,
saying
yeah, she's definitely in
it.
the leadership role, so it's a good loud.
So we'll go ahead and talk a little. Naki, talk a little bit about the first time that we had Cree talk on air when we were in the
Mm,
radio station. Talk a little bit about how loud or not loud she was with
definitely.
that.
Soma says Tina is the loudest.
Wow.
Oh, uh-oh.
I know. Those are fighting words. Get him, Tina. Get him.
You better do the worm. Look.
Okay. Now we're gonna force him.
That part.
Um,
Don't be talking that mess if you're gonna do the worm.
exactly.
Soma can't
So
talk until he does the worm. But yeah, go ahead and talk about how loud or not loud Cree was.
yeah. So I don't know if you guys knew our very first guest for FICA was All My USOs. JT came on, Soma came on, Fiti came on, and Cree and the ladies stayed outside. They didn't come in to say anything. And then the next time they came on, because JT and Soma and Fiti spoke so much, they wanted Cree to come on. And Cree and Soma were our guests. And all the time we answered questions, Soma would answer and he'd look at Cree and she wouldn't say anything and he'd go. And she just was not comfortable speaking in public. And the whole show, she barely spoke. She broke down or start crying when she answered a question. So, oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm going to cry. And so to see her now, speaking now when I go to the barbecue or wherever, I just hand her the mic. I don't even tell her what to say. She just goes, "This is Cree with," I'm the executive director for All My, like, she's confident when she speaks. And oh my gosh. And
Yes.
so to see her now and in the role where she's taken All My Usos these last 10 years she's fucking badass. That's all I gotta
She
say.
is. We were at a blood drive. I'll remember this. We were at a blood drive at SEDC, and Naki had the microphone, and all she did was really kind of hold it up and show Cree, and Cree, they just kept talking amongst each other. Walked out in front of the bus, and she knew where to go. She got the mic, stopped, looked like, "Is there anything special?" And Naki's like, "No, you got," and she just rolled right off the cuff. Just,
Mm,
"Hey, it's Cree with All My Usos," and just went through the whole thing, not not a stall, not a stutter, nothing. And to see her speak now, it's amazing when you think about the first time that JT was like, "No, you need to talk. You need to voice that." She was like, "I don't want to say a thing." Like she was literally forced to be there. And to see how far she's come has been. I think that's why Naki's emotional, because we've seen her just grow so far and take Amu so much further, right?
yeah,
Further and into something, a different iteration of what it was, and make it into something crazy amazing for the community. Not that it wasn't crazy amazing, but different,
right,
different
right.
crazy amazing. So
I think it's the whole team, though. I mean, now with you, Jess, and Tina, when I give you guys the mic, you're just like, "Okay, give me a second, and then go." And I think it's because you believe in this mission. I don't know why I'm such a crybaby. I think because you guys believe in this mission and believe in this crazy, amazing executive director and all the work that you guys continue to do in the community it's such a blessing to see how far it's come and how it's grown and how many people you guys have touched. When I first interviewed JT and Soma, the same thing. They were like, what? Okay, and then they said, "Give me a second. What do I say? What do I do?" And then the second time I came to them, they were on it. Hey, this is JT. Come on down. Soma too. Soma from All My Usos. I think because you gain the confidence because you believe in the work that you guys are doing, and you realize through the years, I'm such a crybaby. You realize how many lives you're touching with the programs that you're running, with this amazing barbecue that serves over 800 people, food, resources, all the free resources that'll be there, all your sponsors that believe in you. So you guys you've come a long way. Like the first barbecue, the guys supplied the food and it was just a gathering. Then it turned into backpacks. Then it turned into games and jumpers. And so, I mean, big, huge, huge congratulations on the 10-year anniversary of the barbecue. Thank you so much for doing this for our community. It's really, really an amazing thing that you guys are doing. Ugh, crybaby.
yeah, I think that there's a ton of times that, take a teacher for example. There's plenty of kids that go through with a teacher and go, "Wow, that teacher changed my life." But you don't always go back and tell the teacher 20 years later when you realize that, hey, like you really affected my life, right? There's plenty of people that have gone through the programs, right, that Amu puts on that you may never hear from, right? You may never hear from, that there was some mental health information that they got, there was some resources that you directed them to a different program. You know what I mean? All these different things, you may never hear it, right? But the programs and the services that you provide the community are changing and saving lives. So I think sometimes we take for granted some of the things that we do because we don't hear that. Teachers don't always hear when a kid goes through their class and it's like, wow, that that really helped me. And who goes back and thanks their teacher? Some people do. Rarely though. Rarely do they hear it. It's the same thing for what AMU does for the community. All right. Back to our rapid fire. It wasn't very rapid. We slowed down there. Here we go. Tina, if Family Day had a mascot, what would it be?
It would be the worm.
The
So
worm. Yeah, she had that like that.
you
She
gotta
knew
wiggle and the
exactly.
worm wiggles and grooves. I would just need someone to do it.
That's Soma. That's Soma.
I love it. All right. Jessica, best song to start the party.
Honestly, I think you mentioned it. We Are Family. We can
Oh,
start
yeah.
off with that, and then we can get into the hyphy music. We just need to, ease the crowd in.
I like it.
And then
Yes.
just
We'll
get the
start
party
with that.
started.
That's the
Yes.
hors d'oeuvre. Okay. Back to Tina. What's a haircut you'd never try, even if it was free? You're just like, that's not me.
A mullet.
A mullet.
Never. But when I see our boys do it, I'm just like, if you like it, to each their own, because no.
Yeah, I'm
Or
surprised.
even having the bangs like this. I don't know what I was when I look back at photos. Me having bangs like right here. I was like, what was I thinking? Who let me do that? Oh,
a lot of fashion. We look back
Yeah.
at and go, that was a good idea at the time,
who
but
told me to walk that?
All right, Jessica, funnel cake or shave ice?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But I'm gonna go shaved ice because I'm manifesting some really warm weather on Saturday.
Okay. I like that. She's like, I'm preparing for the way it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tina, and this guy actually, when you were saying your commentary with Cree about how long you've lived in San Francisco, I was thinking of this question. I was like, I hope it lines up for Tina because here it comes. If you weren't running Family Day, where would you be on Saturday?
I'd be at home. I'd be at home. Or I'd be at church doing church stuff.
Oh, you're so good. You're
She's
so
so
good.
Nice. Okay. Jessica, one Pacific Island dish everyone should try at least once.
Ooh, I'm a savory person, so I said oka.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
That's the dish that I've really liked since trying it. So that would be my
Oka.
dish.
I like it.
I like oka
Some
too.
make it better than others.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a really good oka, and I've had other. Even when it's not, that's the thing. It's kind of like pizza. When it's good, it's really good. When it's not good, it's still pretty good.
And the
All right.
Pokemon's gonna be there on Saturday, so
Oh,
There we go.
yay.
Nice.
I can't wait.
And our last rapid fire question for Tina: most unexpected thing you've ever had to do as part of an event setup, and I know this is only your second Amu barbecue, so you may not have a reference just for the Amu barbecue. So if you don't, just in terms of setting up for an event, doesn't have to be the Amu barbecue event, but for setting up for an Amu event, most unexpected thing you've come across.
I don't know. Oh no, man, got that.
And that's fair. That just means that Cree's probably running a pretty good ship over there if there's not like
Yeah.
crazy unexpected thing that
Everything
our
is
team.
covered.
Yeah. If your team's not running into a whole bunch of unexpected crazy stuff, there's like if there were a long list, then it's kind of like, hey, why is that? But the fact that you don't have one, it's a good thing. Not a bad thing. That's it, Naki. That's all
That's
our
awesome.
rapid
Thank
fire
you.
questions we had. That was fun.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Thank you, ladies, for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you this Saturday at the 10th
Mhm.
annual Amu Family Barbecue Day. It is a free event. We ask everyone to register, or it might be closed, but you can get there at the park at 11 o'clock and they can register
Mhm.
at the park.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Awesome. And is there anything they need to know or not know before they get there? Can they bring chairs? Can they bring
Yes. So for the barbecue, we will have a audience viewing section that we ask that no tents are set up inside, just so that everyone has a good chance to view the stage. You are more than welcome to bring your lawn chairs inside, but outside the barricaded perimeter, you are more than welcome to set up your tents. And we are people can set up as early as 7:30 for the good spot, but we just ask not inside the barricades. Mhm.
awesome?
Mhm.
Nice. Good to know.
Awesome.
Good to know. And I'm sure
Mhm.
there will be people there to help you out if you decide that you're going to set up a tent where you shouldn't set it up. Somebody's
Mhm.
Mhm.
probably going to help you with that.
Tap you on the shoulder. Tap you on the shoulder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ladies. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the work that you guys are doing. Congratulations on 10 years. And we will see you on Saturday, bright and early.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank you,
Love you
ladies.
guys.
See you in
Bye.
2 days. Oh, that was fun.
They're so awesome.
Cree's got a good team. Cree's got
She's
a
got a
great team.
great team. She
Yeah.
has a great team. So between her and the guys, the board members and their families, and the AMU team, it's going to be a great day. If you don't know, because we've only said it a million times, we will be at Gilman Park for All My USOs 10th anniversary Family Day Barbecue. Show up if you haven't registered. Show up at the park at 11 o'clock, and they'll register you. It's free lunch as food supplies last, free barbecue, free haircuts for students getting ready to go to school. Tons of resources. There'll be tons and tons of people tabling with resources for you and your family. I don't know, carnival games, jumpers. Um, don't miss out. If you haven't been there, this is the time. The 10-year anniversary is the time to come. Come say hi to Cree. Come check out Soma. Um, force him to do the worm, and we will see you there. I'm excited.
Going to be a good time.
It's
When we
going to be a
find
good.
out what time the worm is going to be performed, we'll let everybody know on social media.
Yeah, Soma said 10 p.m. The worm will be done at 10
We're
p.m.
gonna need video footage if it's at 10 p.m.
Yeah. 10 p.m. He'll do it. That's nobody will be there at 10 p.m. Um, we love the All My Usos team. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We're here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Come back to FICA with us.
Love you all.